This is my first voiceover, but the saying really is true that blue eyes players don't read, and you'll see by this. So primarily I run a mix of generators with other trap cards that I use to help support the deck. So in this duel I'm going first. Good thing I start off with my field spell. Running this deck, I always like to get my field spell first. Usually it's a hard time if I don't, but it's a plus. I like to run 2 copies of Horn of Heaven on the trap. When a monster would be summoned, tribute a monster, negate the summon. And if you do destroy that monster, I can use that to tribute my tokens. I saw this in someone's Utopia deck. And since I do run Xyz monsters, I figured this will work for me too. Because I run a couple Xyz in this deck. And Generator boss fight, I run 2 of these. If you have your Generator boss hair on the field, activate this on their standby phase. Don't activate this on their main phase. Only during your standby phase or their main phase, but it's best used during that standby. And usually getting these in your hand is a dead card, so they really don't have any use. Alright, start off with my field spell. Put everything down. I can't remember everything that happens in this duel, but I do know I'm going against this guy. So first I get my Generator hair. And Mystical Space Typhoon. Doing that, I don't get my tokens because the card has to be on the field to get the effect. But I have another one. And since I activated the second one doesn't get the effect of summoning tokens. So the reason why you want to activate the trap card in their standby phase is because he has the effect when a card or effect is activated. Quick effect, no, not that one. It's the first effect. Once per turn, if your opponent adds a card or cards from their deck to their hand, except during the draw phase. That's why you activate it in that standby or their main phase 1 or main phase 2 or battle phase, anything other than the draw phase. You can make your opponent send 1 monster from their hand or field to their graveyard, their choice. And doing that, that's how I found out they had blue eyes. Max Dragon, that actually gives me a hard time. So what I'm doing now, his effect, well, it's highlighted right there for you in the new where did they put the UI. You contribute 2 Generator monsters and or rock monster, then target 1 card on the field, banish it. It's good because it can banish any card, but it targets. Non-targeting banishes are best, or non-targeting destruction. But I can't banish him because of your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. All of my effects target, so with this deck, almost all of them. But this one, I can get rid of. I'd rather banish him so it doesn't go to the graveyard or get used for a Synchro or Xyz. And I'm not afraid to take 4,000 damage. Use Black Ancients. Get Deep Eyes Blue. What's his name? Yup. Abyss Dragon. That's what it is. Alright, here comes my turn. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my fairy. During the main phase quick effect, you can tribute 1 Generator monster, special summon 1 level 9 Generator monster with a different name from your deck. Generally, you want to special summon the plant. And she gets to add a Generator card to my hand. I use Generator Boss Quest to get rid of my Nog. get 2 traps in my hand. Set 1. You really don't need the other because they're not going to activate too many effects with a Blue Eyes deck. Dropping hair back out. This time I actually get my tokens. He's going to summon another Abyss Dragon. I use my horn, get rid of him. He uses Polymerization. I use my effect to get rid of 2 tokens, negate any effect. Monster, magic, spell, trap, don't matter. Bring out another one. Negate. Summon another Generaider boss monster. I believe I get Nog. No, I get my machine, I think. Yeah. Dead effect. But I wait for him to attack. This is when it gets fun. I use all 3 to actually summon Heart Earth Dragon. So what makes this funny and why I say Blue Eyes players don't read. Your opponent cannot target this card with effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. That's fine. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict double piercing battle damage. This is why I special summoned, well, XC summoned Heart Earth Dragon into defense, because he has 0 attack, 0 defense. And his effect says, cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from attacks involving this card. During your opponent's end phase, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, banish all cards your opponent currently controls that were normal or special summoned or were set this turn. If this card is destroyed while it has Xyz material, you can special summon this card from the graveyard. If summoned this way, it gains 1000 attack for every card currently banished. The last part doesn't matter. But since he does double piercing and he has 4,000, that means he's going to get a whole 8,000 to his own face. And that's how you win the game. He pretty much defeated him. Thank you, Dalen.